Greetings, greetings. This is Tonya Poole with the Everybody's in Aries, including you. Y'all, I just couldn't get in front of the camera. I was like, every day I kept saying I was going to get in front of the camera because, these are usually, my face is on the camera, but it's just not working out that way. So I'm not going to try to fight it. But I still wanted to honor, this, what I do here. And for those of you who love it. So I appreciate y'all showing up and waiting, and some of y'all even reaching out to me like, hey, where is that Everybody's in Aries, including you video, right? So here it is. So right now you're probably just looking at a picture of some cards, but when I get to your sign, the picture will change and it will be the card that was picked for you. And so for those of you who this is your first time, Everybody's in Aries, including you, is part of a series where I do, everybody's fill in the blank zodiac sign, including you, when we're all in that zodiac sign. So right now it's Aries season. So if you are a Virgo, like I am, if you are a sun sign Virgo, but you're living in Aries season, like I am, like you are right now, right? How does a Virgo navigate? What wisdom and guidance is there for Virgo during Aries season? What wisdom and guidance is there for Pisces during Aries season? So I'm gonna go through all 12 signs of the zodiac, give some pull two cards, and give some wisdom and insight on how to navigate this Aries season. Because y'all, this Aries season is fire. Aries is a fire sign. Aries is a sign all about action. It's all about doing. It's all about putting your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? Walk it like you talk it. That is the energy of Aries season. It's not just airy fairy dreamy, right? We had that in Pisces. Pisces season prepared us to be right now in Aries season to start making moves. And so those of you who were in my winter alchemy class, winter alchemy program, I was going to do a whole spring alchemy program like I did for winter alchemy, and go through, give the private coaching videos and the weekly oracle readings that I was doing for you all. I was going to do that for all of the spring, like how I did it for winter alchemy, where it's all together, where you got Aries, energy, Taurus energy, and then Gemini, right? But I'm going to this time, for those of you who want to delve deeper into anything I'm sharing here and know like really how to utilize this Aries energy for you, click down below, because I have the Aries season spring alchemy edition, where I will be guiding us all through every week, weekly oracle messages. I actually have a particular book that it's a short little book that's like 35 pages that we'll go through, that's all about, taking action right now, because my spring alchemy, just like my winter alchemy season, is all about utilizing the energy that you're in. And so often we're not in flow with the energy because we doing our own thing or what have you. We don't even know what the energy is, or we're just reacting to the energy, right? And so then we're not in flow with it. And so then by the end of the year, by December, we're like, oh man, I got to start all over. Let me create some new resolutions. It's like, no, if you were in flow, all year, it will help you to grow as you should, or how you want to. So instead of selling it as the whole spring alchemy package, I will only do it one at a time. So the Aries season spring alchemy, that guides us all, no matter what your sun sign is, through this Aries energy, and really taking the kind of action that propels us forward. That link is down below for those of you who want to purchase that. All right. So as always, let's go ahead and get into it. The wisdom that I share here is just general wisdom, general information. You have the power over your own life. It is you who makes the choices. It is you who holds the magic. You know what I'm saying? It's you who, is your life. I'm just here doing this, just sharing some general wisdom and insight to assist you. I need to turn my 1 second. Gotta turn this do not disturb. I don't want nobody to stop the recording. Okay, so Aries. So to all of my sun sign, Aries, sun sign Aries, moon or rising sign Aries. Let's see, y'all. Okay, so to all of my sun sign or moon sign or rising sign Aries, this is the section that is for you. Let me go ahead and shuffle these cards for y'all. What wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Aries during their season, during Aries season? What wisdom and guidance is there for sun, moon, and rising sign Aries right now during their season? Thank you. All right, card number 1 is out. I'm going to go ahead and pull card number 2 so we can go ahead and go with the flow. What wisdom guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Aries right now during Aries season, during their birthday season? Thank you. All right. All right, so the first card that y'all got is what is this? Waning Crescent. It says on the card, you can probably see it. It says surrender, restore, reflection, intuition, and stillness. The affirmation that you got is I am deserving of every good thing this universe has for me. This Aries season, y'all season is really, I mean, it's truly been showing out as a true fire sign. If you just tuned in anywhere, news, social media, it's like that fire energy is there, but a lot of people don't know how to use that fire energy, including you all Aries. I know several Aries that I'm like, man, y'all got y'all got the heat, y'all got the fire. You could be doing and having so much more, demanding so much more out of life. And so to get this waning crescent card, it talks about surrender, restore, reflection, intuition, and stillness. Aries, this season, your season is all about defining who you are. The key words for Aries itself, if you look it up, it says I am, so it's it's really like the God presence in you, functioning and moving and performing as a human being. How are you allowing the God in you to function and move and live in this human existence? You know what I mean? And what is the best use of that energy? What is the best way to flow that energy? And when you understand, like your affirmation says, that I am deserving of every good thing this universe has for me. When you understand that, you will stop using your energy to fight for things that are actually draining you or killing you slow, or upsetting you or enraging you and causing you. Because when you're constant rage or constant going or constant chaos, you're more quickly to burn out. And you're not going to get those good things that the universe has for you. So this is asking you at this time, if you want those good things the universe has for you, do what this waning crescent is saying, which is, understand your intuition is a power too, not just your energy and what you do, but your intuition also is a power. So what you know intuitively in your heart is for your best and highest good. Do those things. Engage with those people. Spend your time there. Build yourself up in that way, and stop using your energy to burn out doing things that people won't appreciate anyway. So that's it. So next up, Taurus. To all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Taurus. I want to remind you all, if you skipped ahead, to click down below for my spring alchemy, the Aries season edition. We're going to be that comes with weekly exclusive oracle messages sent to your inbox. It comes with 4 coaching lessons, and we will actually be using a particular book to help guide us through this powerful Aries energy. So if you want that, the link is down below for a very limited time. What wisdom and guidance is there for my Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs right now during Aries season? Thank you. Okay. All right, so the first card is down, and the second card as an affirmation. What wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Taurus right now during Aries season? What wisdom and guidance is there for sun, moon, and rising sign Taurus right now during Aries season? All right, boom. All right, so as you can see, you have the Cancer card, the zodiac sign Cancer, which is interesting because you're a Taurus and this is Aries season. And then you have the affirmation that time unfolds before me. Time unfolds before me. To get that Cancer card, this is perhaps a great time for you. Cancer energy, Cancerian energy is very nurturing. It is very much about self, in its highest form, is very much about self-care so that you can care for others, loving on yourself so that you have an overflow. Now sometimes it just shows up as you just over pouring out your nurturing and your loving to everybody else, and that could be depleting you. So again, with us being in this fiery Aries season, Aries is pure energy. So this is asking you to look at how are you utilizing your energy, especially your nurturing energy, your loving energy, your caring energy, like those people, like it could be your children, your spouse, just the people that you care about, or the people that, you know, when you, it could be coworkers, you know, you might be the one who's always doing something special for the people in your office, you know. And so this is a time to, you know, to make sure that you're also pouring that out to you as well. To get this affirmation that time unfolds before me, I do not need to rush. I think that's very important for you all to get. Again, we're in Aries season, which is all fiery. It's impulsive. On its higher end, it is energy that is used for your highest good and to propel you forward and to have progress. But on this lower end, it's just popping off. It's just draining of energy. You know what I mean? It's like utilizing energy, but for no reason. You know, it's like leaving the lights on in your house in every single room. It's like, why are you draining that much energy, right? So you do not need to rush. In areas where you feel like you have to rush, where you are draining your energy because you got to do this, you got to accomplish this, you got to get the kids, you want to win that award, you want to, you know what I mean? It's all coming. Nurture yourself, love on yourself, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to enjoy the good that you're going towards. All right. So who is next? Gemini. As I am pulling your cards, just in case you skipped ahead, make sure you check out the description box, because I do have our Aries season edition of Spring Alchemy. And Spring Alchemy is all about navigating the season, the whole season with success. So it comes with exclusive coaching videos from me, and it comes with weekly oracle readings sent out to your email every Sunday or Monday, because you know sometimes I'll be late. But so if you want access to that, because I'm gonna go deeper into some of this powerful Aries energy that we're all experiencing, make sure you click down below and get that. All right, let me get to it. Okay, so Gemini, what wisdom and guidance is there? What wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Geminis right now during Aries season? All right, so the first card is out. Wow. And the card, and it's Aries. Yeah, I got Aries. That's interesting. Okay. And what affirmation is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Geminis right now during Aries season? Thank you. I am connected and engaging. Wow. Okay, so you can probably see the cards now. You got the Aries card. You also got the affirmation, I am connected and engaging. Aries energy, this season that we're in right now, is a fiery sign. Now, most people only look at it from its pop-off fieriness, like, you know, the aggressive side of it, but there's a positive side to aggression. It's about moving forward, it's about advancing, but it's also about how you do it is going to determine whether or not I'm sorry if that's a lot of noise on the mic. My necklace was tied up in the mic. But yeah, if you're using a lot of energy towards things that don't advance you, don't push you forward, you know, or that are destructive, you know. So basically, how are you utilizing your energy? And it looks like here, this is a great time for my sun, moon, or rising sign Geminis to utilize their energy to get connected and engaged. Some of y'all might be getting engaged. Interesting. I felt that as soon as I said it. But I mean, even outside of that, it's the time maybe to re-engage with your network. I know that we have been, in the past couple of years have been quarantine, not quarantine, quarantine, not quarantine, right? But this here really speaks to getting re-engaged with your network and reinvigorating some of those relationships with people that you had, whether professionally or personally, that were beneficial, that were mutually beneficial. So it may be time to reignite those things. All right. So who is next? Who is next? Cancer. To all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Cancers. If you skipped ahead, make sure you click down in the description box to get access to the Winter Alchemy Aries edition. That's where every week I will send you an exclusive oracle reading straight to your email. You just listen to it for our weekly oracle. You will also receive 3 to 4 coaching lessons. There's a particular book that I will be having us to read during this time that will help us to magnify this energy and push us forward. So if you want access to Spring Alchemy, the Aries season edition, make sure you click down below. So to all my sun, moon, and rising sign Cancers, what wisdom and guidance is there for all my sun, moon, and rising sign Cancers? Y'all just be shuffling and then I forget, like, oh, I ain't even asked the question. There we go. It's coming, y'all. Can y'all hear the birds? I'm outside. Ooh, okay. So the first card is out. I'm going to tell you what that is in just a second. Second card, what wisdom or affirmation is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Cancers during Aries season? Thank you. And I appreciate y'all's patience, especially I'm not even in front of the camera this time, so y'all just got to listen. All right. Boom. All right. So you should be able to see it now. You have Libra. And then you have an affirmation that says, I am met with grace wherever I go. That's actually one of my favorite affirmations from this particular deck. That deck is actually by Sonny Patterson. You can look her up. She's a poet based out of New Orleans. These cards, to see this for y'all during Aries season, it's so interesting because this card that y'all got, Libra, is actually Aries' opposite sign. So Aries is all about the self, the I am, and Libra is about the we are and the partnership. So this might be a good time for all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Cancers to really to ask yourselves how you are showing up in all of your partnerships. How is because Aries, we're in Aries season. Aries is all about fiery energy, right? So how is your energy? How are you showing up energetically in your relationships, and how is your energy being received or used or abused by any relationships that you're in? And those could be romantic relationships, business partnerships, relationships with your family, right? It's so interesting though. It's so interesting though because the area that Aries really affects the Cancer, especially if you're a Cancer rising, but also a Cancer sun and moon, is a place called the 10th house, and the 10th house is all about your legacy, where you're striving to go in life. And so to get this card, I am met with grace wherever I go. If there's any fear about pushing forward, because Aries season is all about pushing forward. So if you're really feeling that desire to push forward into something new, but there's this fear there, like you don't know if you're capable, you don't know if you're able, you don't know, test the waters. You will be met with grace wherever you go. Yeah, it might not be as pretty and perfect as if you were totally skillful in that new area, but that will come over time. Just understand that you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? You'll be good. So don't be afraid to advance forward in the direction that you are desiring to go. All right. So who is next? Who is next? Sun, moon, and rising sign Leo. To all of my sun, moon, and rising signs Leo, before I pull your cards, I want to encourage you, if you skipped ahead, to make sure that you go down into the description box and get access to the Spring Alchemy Aries season edition, because that comes with exclusive weekly oracle messages sent directly to your email. It also comes with some of y'all may not know that I'm a life and spiritual coach. So it comes with coaching lessons that are all centered on utilizing this powerful Aries energy that we're all in, right? So that you can advance forward towards your dreams and your goals. So if you want access to the Spring Alchemy Aries edition, make sure you click down below now. All right. So what wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, rising sign Leos right now during Aries season? Thank you. What wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Leos? I feel like I've been shuffling forever. Yeah, I was just shuffling before just to kind of shuffle it up from the sign that came before y'all. So it wasn't until I asked the question that my shuffle became official. All right, so one more card. What affirmation is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Leos right now during Aries season? What wisdom, guidance, or affirmation is for my Leos, sun, moon, and rising sign Leos during Aries season? Thank you. Boom. Okay, I just realized I'm on audio, so that probably sounded super awkward as opposed to if y'all could see me on video. Anyway, all right, so y'all can see your cards now. So you got the Aquarius card, and then you also got the affirmation, I am beautifully balanced inside and out. And so it's so interesting if, for those of you who study astrology, or even if you don't, yeah, we are in Aries season, but there's a lot of other planets that's right now in Aquarius season. So basically the energy that is that I'm seeing a lot of right now is the card that y'all got, this Aquarius energy, which is all about having this big vision, this otherworldly vision, this massive vision that even other people can't see, only you could see. It almost feels divine because your own logical mind could not have come up with that, a way of growing it and expanding. And then now we're in your fellow fire sign, Aries season, which is giving fire and life to that. So Leos, to my sun, moon, and rising sign Leos, however you are wanting to expand, and this is really a good time for Leos to deal with expansion, perhaps travel, perhaps taking on a new course, learn something new that can push you forward. You got this affirmation, I'm beautifully balanced inside and out. And sometimes Leos have that reputation of being superficial, and people say it in a bad way, but it's, there is a part of your sign that is about how you shine and how you look and how you appear and how people love you or how people think about you. You know what I mean? That comes with that. And so it could be so easy to only work on the outside of yourself and not the inside, but it's going to be the inside that makes you shine everywhere. So expand what you know, expand your life experiences, take some travels, do some new and big things that not only make you that make you look good just all over, that make you shine even brighter, right? So yes, so that is the wisdom that has come forth for the Leos during I was about to say Aquarius, during Aries season. All right, so who is next? Virgo. Virgos, before I pull your cards out, if you have not, I want you to go down into the description box and get access to the Spring Alchemy Aries edition. Now, when I did the Winter Alchemy, I basically focus on all the signs. It was a whole winter season, but this one is only going to be just over the next few weeks. We're gonna delve more deeply into this powerful Aries energy and how to utilize it for our best and highest good, to propel us forward, to advance, to make magic happen in our lives and big breakthroughs and awesomeness, right? So that comes with weekly oracle messages sent directly to your inbox. It comes with at least 3 to 4 coaching videos that's all about how to use this energy. And I will also be sharing some details from another book and kind of guiding us through that as well. So if you want that Spring Alchemy Aries edition, click down below because it's only available for a limited time. All right, so what wisdom and guidance is there for my Virgos? So for my sun, moon, and rising sign Virgos during Aries season. Thank you. You would think I'd be ready. There we go. All right, so the first card is out. Interesting. Okay. All right, so and then what additional wisdom and guidance is there for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising sign Virgos? What affirmation and additional wisdom is available for them right now during Aries season? Thank you. Ooh, y'all. Oh, it ain't bad. I'm just making that noise because it's hot outside. All right, so let's see. Let me get a picture so I can put the picture in the video so y'all can see your cards. You got Juno, and then you have an affirmation that reads, the fullness of God fills every part of my being, therefore I am fulfilled. The fullness of God fills every part of my being, therefore I am fulfilled. You know, it's so funny that the song It's the God in Me by Mary Mary has been in my head over the past few days, and I am a sun sign Virgo, you know, and so it's so interesting to see this right here, that you know, understanding that the fullness of God fills every part of my being. And I think sometimes we get so much in our logical side of our mind, you know, we think like we'll receive that divine inspiration, or that inspiration from God or goddess or your ancestors, however you know, receive from the spirit, and we'll get that divine wisdom, and then we immediately just go into intellect mode, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, okay, wait, I gotta map this out, I gotta figure this out, I gotta da 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 da, right? But we are in Aries season, and Aries is all about, Aries is actually more impulsive. Aries is more about, just give me the basic details and let me run with that. You know, if I gotta learn along the way, that's fine, because I trust enough in my skill and in who I am and whose I am. That's why the key words for Aries is I am. You can look that up. You know, so when you understand who you are and your power, then you understand that God force fills every part of you, you know. And so why would you feel unfulfilled? Why would you feel as though you were lacking? You understand, you know, just how much of that divine force is within you. Now, it's so interesting to get this Juno card, because Juno is in, it's like one of the asteroids, and it really is something that kind of deals more with loyalty, with being in some form of commitment. Now, so that, yes, that could show up in you know, in the Virgo life, you know. But let's see, Aries is kind of really hitting the 8th house for a lot of Virgos right now. So it's really the time to really delve deep, perhaps into your relationships, maybe even delve deep into, you know, why you maybe haven't had the kind of relationships that you have wanted in the past, or what you have been devoted to, because this card, this asteroid, really speaks to about devotion in a way, you know. And you know, are you devoted to, you know, something that is real, that is true, that, yes, it might be ideal, but it's actually true? Or are you devoted to something that's not true because you don't realize the God force, the God power, the divine sources within you, right? So, you know, basically, are you devoted to things and people and relationships, or maybe now or in the past, you know, that didn't serve you, you know? So this is the time to remember who you are. Take a sip of water. Remember who you are, and that will determine or influence and assist, you know, who and what you are committed to and devoted to. All right, so who is next? We got Libra. Libra. It is Aries season, and Aries is your opposite sign. So this is from all of my sun, moon, and rising signs, Libra. Before I pull your cards, I want you to, if you skipped ahead, I want you to go down into the description box underneath this video and click the link to get access to my Spring Alchemy Aries edition. And what that does is it guides us through the Aries season so that we can actually utilize this power more effectively in our lives to progress and advance. So if you want that, it comes with weekly oracle messages sent directly to your inbox, 3 to 4 coaching videos to assist with that as well. And then I'll be also talking about a particular book that's all about using this Aries energy to propel us forward. So if you want access to that exclusive opportunity, make sure you click down below. So, okay, let's shuffle the cards. I had to shuffle them from the last reading. What wisdom and guidance is there for Libra during Aries season? What wisdom and guidance is there for Libra during Aries season? Thank you. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so we had a card that just really, really wanted to come out. Okay. And what affirmation and additional wisdom is there for my sun, moon, and rising signs Libra during Aries season? What additional wisdom or affirmation is there for my Sun, Moon, and Rising Libra during Aries season. Thank you. Interesting. All right, so you should be able to see your cards right now. Let me go ahead and take the picture before I forget. But y'all got the 12th house is the astrology card that came up for you all, and then the affirmation says, I have the power to change how I respond to disappointments and disagreements. It is so interesting that your sign really does deal with partnerships, how you partner with other people, how you connect with other people. And so sometimes, the Libra gets the reputation of being diplomatic and yeah, being diplomatic and trying to be fair and balanced. But sometimes when that's not enough, the Libra kind of really does pop off. And I really didn't even want to bring this up here, but it just became so obvious to me because at the time I'm recording this is shortly after, the Oscar situation at the Oscars, and the person who got up on the stage, I believe, is a Libra, And so, sometimes Libra, we're in your opposite sign season, Aries, you can feel more aggressive. You can feel more, ready to assert yourself more and to say who you are and to, and to really stand out for who you are and not take it anymore. Right. So you gotta look at how that's perfectly fine. Everybody, that's a form of self-love and self-care. But always ask yourself, is the way that I'm about to demonstrate this for my best and highest good? And I say that because y'all got this 12th house card, and the 12th house really does deal with the subconscious mind, those subconscious fears and worries, those things that kind of keep you up at night, those, no matter how successful you become in certain areas, that thing is still there, that thing somebody said to you in childhood is still there, that fear is still there, all of that kind of stuff. And so this is the perfect time. Aries, this fire energy is not to be used aggressively outward, it's to be used aggressively inward, to dig that stuff out and say, no, I'm bigger and stronger than this thing. Anything that lives inside of me, even if it's a fear, if it lives inside of me, I'm automatically bigger than that thing, so know that you can overcome. And I don't know if the picture, you can see what it says, but the 12th house deals with the house of intuition and the unconscious. Here is where we can see transcendent experiences, Lord. Hospitals, prisons, secret agendas, and hidden enemies, as well as unknown possibilities and one's weaknesses. This house is also associated with confinement, seclusion, psychic ability. So yeah, because one's behavior can put them in a place of confinement, right? When you don't deal with the stuff on the subconscious mind, whether you're talking about literal prison or whether you're just talking about, it just blocks you. It keeps you living small. You can't ever grow beyond this thing that you're actually bigger and stronger than. So I think that's why you also got this affirmation that you have the power to change how you respond to disappointments and disagreements. Respond to those things from your higher self, because the 12th house, even though it said all that kind of destructive stuff, is also one of the most spiritual houses. So it's where you're either going to connect to your God force, your divine force, or where you're going to yield and concede to your fears and worries, right? When you connect to your God self, you will respond differently to disappointments and disagreements in a way that is just from a higher place and gives you the kind of outcomes and results that you want. All right. So who is next? Scorpio. So all my sun, moon, and rising sign Scorpios, how y'all doing during Aries season? Scorpio and Aries have a unique connection because talk a little astrology right quick. Even though Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, it also has like a secondary ruler of Pluto, which is the ruling planet of your sign. So there's kind of a connection there. I won't go into it here, but before I lay your cards down, if you have skipped ahead to this section, I encourage you to go down into the description box below and get access to my Spring Alchemy Aries season edition. When I did the Winter Alchemy a few months ago, I did the whole season, but now I'm just doing each sign that we're in. So the Spring Alchemy Aries season is all about using this powerful Aries energy to propel us forward, move us forward. And so there will be weekly oracle messages sent to your inbox every Sunday or Monday. You'll get access to exclusive coaching lessons and a particular book that I'm going to review just for the few weeks that we have left Aries season, that's all about utilizing this fiery energy to actually quantum leap and to propel ourselves forward. Right. So I got your first card out. What additional wisdom is there for Scorpio during Aries season? All right. So you should be able to see your cards right now. You got Virgo. And you got an affirmation that says, I make right decisions quickly. That affirmation, I make right decisions quickly, just seems so on point with us being in Aries season, because Aries is a fast moving sign. It's fire sign. It's energy. It's pure energy. It's impulsive. It can be intuitive, but sometimes it's just impulsive. It's just the raw energy. It's the motivation that you need when you have an inner desire, right? And so, sorry, I take a sip of my water. So this I make right decisions quickly really speaks to us being in Aries season. It actually also speaks to your sign too, sun, moon, and rising sign, Scorpios, because y'all sign is about being intuitive. It's about seeing what's not being what most people might not see. It's about reading between the lines. It's about feeling energy. It's about, it's a very magical sign. So you already probably know what you should be doing right now at this time. And if you don't use that Scorpio energy to manipulate yourself, to con yourself out of doing something that perhaps you know you need to do or a decision you need to make, then you can make a right decision quickly. And the very thing that you perhaps fear could come as a result of you relinquishing yourself to that decision actually won't even happen. It could just open up the gateways for what you truly, truly wanted all along anyway. So why not surrender? And then you got this Virgo card, and Virgo energy is one of the things that's about Virgo that I just thought about is this ability to analyze, so this is calling you, Scorpio, to only use your emotion to really tune into your intuition to know what is intuitively right for you in a moment, but then use your practical mind to make the right choice, not even necessarily the logical choice, but the right choice that you intuitively know, and do it quickly. And any fears that you have about that, about relinquishing yourself in that way, you'll find that when you make a right decision quickly, the right things that you want will come to you quickly. So stop dragging your feet. All right. So, Sagittarius, who is next? Sagittarius, all my sun, moon, and rising sign, Sagittarius. During this Aries season, Aries is a fellow fire sign, just like y'all. So, this is some good energy for y'all. To all of my sun, moon, and rising sign, Sagittarius, if you skipped ahead, before I pull your cards out, make sure you go down in the description box and get access to my exclusive Spring Alchemy Aries edition that comes with weekly oracle messages. Every week I will send an exclusive private oracle message to all of the participants. It also comes with 3 to 4 life coaching lessons on how to utilize this Aries energy, as well as a particular book that I've been reading that really speaks to utilizing this powerful Aries energy to propel ourselves forward. So that's so in tune with the season. So if you want access to that, we're deep in the Aries season now, so I'm gonna try to get all that in before the season is over. But if you want access to that for a limited time, is down in the description box. All right, so what was in the guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Sagittarius during Aries season? Thank you. What was in the guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Sagittarius right now while we are fellow fire sign Aries? Thank you. All right, so your first card is out. And get your affirmation. What affirmation or additional wisdom is there for sun, moon, and rising sign Sagittarius right now during Aries season? Thank you. Yep. Nice. All right, so let me take a picture so I can put it up there. Sun, moon, and rising sign Sagittarius during Aries season. As you can see, the 2 cards that came up for you are Last Quarter Moon and Life Loves Me. That's such a beautiful, simple affirmation. I don't think a lot of us really consider that. We think life is hard. We think life is a struggle. We think we either have to work too hard or not even the working so hard in terms of a career, but just, going hard, just, in everything, like requiring so much energy. But this here is calling for you to use your fellow fire sign Aries energy at its highest level to re-energize you, reinvigorate you, reignite your passions, and really Aries, for all of you all, is in a place that really deals with, igniting those passions and those fire, within yourself. And so even to get this other card, last quarter moon, that says transition, letting go, forgiveness, adaptation. Some of you perhaps have your energy subdued or not pushing as hard or not as effective. You know what I'm saying? Isn't you ever been like somewhere where you've had like the lights turned up as high as they can go, and it's like it's still not bright enough, or or the volume turned up on a bad stereo system. It's like I still turn it up, I can't hear it right. So sorry, I started thinking about it. Was a Dave Chappelle skit where he's in the studio, he's pretending to be a rapper. He's like, turn my headphones up, right? So this. You might be energized, you might be doing a lot of things, you might be feeling, you might even be progressing some, but you could still be feeling that weight, or like you're running faster than where how you're actually growing or progressing. And so this last quarter moon is perhaps it's some old baggage that you're still holding on to, and last quarter moon speaks to releasing that, because after the last quarter moon comes the new moon, and it's like time to start fresh again. So you're coming up to a starting fresh point, and so in order to really get there, to not only know that life loves you, but to experience that life loves you, you gotta release some of the stuff from the past. All right. So who is next? Capricorn. How are all of my Capricorns doing during this Aries season? Shout out to all my sun, moon, and rising sign Capricorns right now during this Aries season. I'm going to have cards flying everywhere. If y'all skipped ahead, make sure that you go down into the description box and check out my Spring Alchemy Aries season edition. When I did Winter Alchemy a few months ago, it was packaged as the whole, the whole winter season, but I really just only want to focus on this Aries energy right now. So this Aries energy is all about advancing, moving forward, pushing forward towards your goals, really putting action behind some things. And so if you want access to that, it comes with weekly oracle messages sent directly to your mailbox, your email box. 3 to 4 coaching lessons, and I will also be discussing a particular book that really got me fired up about using this Aries energy to quantum leap forward. So if you want access to that exclusive Spring Alchemy Aries edition, click down below while there is still time. All right, so what wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Capricorns during Aries season? What wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Capricorns during Aries season? Thank you. Oh, yes. Okay, so the first card is out. Wow, okay. And then the second card, with additional wisdom or affirmation, is there available for my sun, moon, and rising signs Capricorn right now during Aries season? Thank you. I'm sitting outside, if y'all can hear other folk, some children. Anyway, so, all right, so let me take a picture of this so y'all can see it. You should be able to see it right now. You got the Sun card, and then you got the affirmation, I am capable of doing hard tasks. You got the Sun, and then you got, I am capable of doing hard tasks. This is really cool. The Sun, because as you know, we're in Aries season, so we're talking about where, the Sun is right now. So to get the Sun, there's light and energy right now for you Capricorns that's shining on for a lot of Capricorns. Aries is in a place called the 4th house. We're not going to go into much astrology, but the 4th house deals with house and home. You know, it deals with, you know, how are you behind closed doors? It deals with you understanding that it is your foundation, or the foundation that you create for yourself, that that is the foundation for how you will leave a legacy and progress and make money and have achievements and success. So Aries, though Aries is a fire sign, it's an energy sign, you know, and then you got this sun card that says self-expression, ego, creativity, identity, you know, so you got a lot of fire, solar energy right now, but it's shining for you in a place that a lot of people don't see, which is house and home, or your private self, right? So that is where your bulk of your energy should be going right now, Capricorn. If you have these bigger dreams and goals, and especially if you got like career goals, career moves you want to make, this big vision that you have, or a certain amount of money you want to get, or a certain achievement or award, it starts with the inner self first. I would even encourage some of you might even be making strides that your ancestors were unable to make, or didn't make, or couldn't make, or failed to make, or just sucked at, or whatever, right? And you might be the first in your family, or have to be the first one in a while to really dream the way that you do. So it will be through studying your ancestry, or researching your history, your foundation, your roots, that could be the thing that propels you forward, or at least creating new roots in your own home at this time, or you know, a new foundation. And it says I'm capable of doing hard tasks. So for some of you, that may feel like a hard thing to do, but I would rather do a hard task in Aries season than some of the other seasons, because Aries is pure fire. Aries is pure fearlessness. Aries is pure ambition. Aries is pure motivation. Aries is unstoppable. Aries is fire, right? So you already know you're going to win, which gives you more of that achievement clout, which gives you more of what the sun card talks about, this self-expression, this ego, right? It will actually boost you up, you know, because you'll do things that other people, for them, they might have said was impossible, or that they couldn't do, or never been done before, blah, 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 you know? So anywho, all right, so who is next? Aquarius. To all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Aquarius, if y'all hear a bunch of kids screaming, I'm outside. Let me reshuffle these cards from the sign that came before you. As I do that, though, I want you to go into the description box down below. I do have my Spring Alchemy Aries edition available. It's basically even more detailed, personalized guidance through Aries season for us all. So it comes with weekly oracle messages sent to your inbox. It comes with 3 to 4 coaching lessons on how to utilize this fiery Aries energy to propel yourself forward. And I will actually be talking about a particular book that I've been reading that really speaks about quantum leaping and moving forward in a big way. And what better time to do that than when we got the fire of Aries backing us up, right? So make sure you get access to that, the Spring Alchemy Aries edition. All right, so what wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Aquarius during Aries season? What wisdom and guidance is there for Aquarius? Thank you. Yeah, it's coming, y'all. It just made me slow down for a second. Wait a minute, let's start fresh. I ain't editing this out either. I already got to do enough putting the audio with these pictures. What wisdom and guidance is there for Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising sign Aquarius during Aries season? Thank you. What wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Aquarius? Thank you. During Aries season. There we go. There we go. Wow. All right. So that's an interesting first card. But it's so Aquarius for y'all to get that card I wasn't expecting. What wisdom and guidance is there? What additional wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Aquarius during Aries season? What affirmation is there for sun, moon, and rising sign Aquarius during Aries season? Thank you. Yes. So let me take a picture so y'all can see it. The cards you got are solar eclipse. And then you got an affirmation that says, my mind is a treasure chest of beautifully creative ideas. My mind is a treasure chest of beautifully creative ideas. That's awesome, which is so Aquarius because y'all's minds are a treasure chest of beautifully creative, overflowing, abundant creative ideas. That's what it should say. But you also got this solar eclipse. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but it says embracing change, revelations, courage, determination, and connection. A solar eclipse, to see that card can mean it's like anytime there's an eclipse, it's like a cosmic reset, you know what I mean? But since it's a solar eclipse, it's really speaking to a reset on how you show up and how you shine in the world. And I think that's why on the card it says embracing change, because you're changing, you're growing. This Aries season, I think, is a good time for all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Aquarius is to embrace how you have been changing, how you have been growing, to pause and acknowledge that, and then really start showing up in a very powerful way as that version of yourself. You know, any old outdated ideas about yourself, any old outdated misconceptions that people might even have about who you are or what you're even capable of, because it's a solar eclipse. It talks about your will and your capability. So all of that is being redefined in a very, very powerful way that's probably going to advance you forward in the weeks to come or in the months to come or sometime this year, right? Then to say, you know, here my mind is a treasure chest of beautifully creative ideas, where Aries is showing up for a lot of Aquarians. Sorry, I'm outside and it's like this little, it's like a little beetle. Anyway, he was about to come towards the cards. Anyway, where Aries is for a lot of the Aquarians, it's in a place in the sky that really deals with how you communicate. So it's not only that you got a mind full of beautifully creative ideas, but how you communicate those ideas to those people who can assist you with executing them and really, you know, pushing the ball forward. But I also feel like even bigger than that, that this is really a time for you to believe in yourself again. If you've had a period of doubt over things weren't working how you wanted it, or a bit of frustration, or even where you started second guessing yourself, which I already know is hard for an Aquarius to do, you know, this is speaking to that time period being over and you really just being reintroduced to yourself in a higher, more powerful way. All right. So who is next? Last but not least, we got Pisces. To all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Pisces, this is your wisdom and guidance for Aries season. While we're in Aries season, oh man, I need this little, during the Aquarius part of the reading, this little beetle's try to walk up on the cards. I'm sitting outside. I want to move them because I got to take this picture of y'all's cards once they come out. Oh, poor little thing. You know it's got to be bad for me to say poor little thing about a bug, because I don't usually be. God bless all his creatures. Okay, so anyway, to all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Pisces during Aries season. Okay, so before I lay your cards down, make sure that you go down into the description box, because I do have the link to our our spring alchemy. We're in spring now, to the spring alchemy Aries edition. So instead of packaging it for the whole season like I did during winter alchemy, I'm just going to do it one little chunk, one chunk at a time. And so the spring alchemy Aries edition is all about how we are navigating this fiery Aries energy to propel ourselves and to move ourselves forward. It comes with weekly oracle messages sent directly to your inbox to give you wisdom and guidance for the week. It comes with 3 to 4, and I'm just saying 3 to 4 because we are already deep in Aries season, so I can really perhaps commit to 3 coaching lessons on how to utilize this energy. And I will be discussing a particular book that talks about quantum leaping us forward, which I think is perfect for this fiery, progressive, ambitious Aries energy that we got. So if you want access to Spring Alchemy Aries edition, make sure you click down below and get access to it while it's still available. All right, what wisdom and guidance is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Pisces during Aries season? Thank you so much for your patience, and here we go. All right, so the first card is out. And I got one more card. What additional wisdom or affirmation is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Pisces during Aries season? Did I say that right the first time? Pisces during Aries season. What additional wisdom or affirmation is there for my sun, moon, and rising sign Pisces during Aries season? Thank you. Well, somebody else got this same card. All right, so the picture should be changing right now. You'll be able to see your cards. You got the first quarter moon, and you got an affirmation that says, time unfolds before me. I do not need to rush. Man, I already forgot. Somebody else got this a few signs back. Anyway, yes, so time unfolds before me. I do not need to rush. One thing about this Aries energy, it is very fiery. It's about action. You might even be feeling like I should be doing something. I should be going somewhere. I should be da 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 da. And it's not to say that you won't. You will. You certainly will. All of the things that you want, that you dreamed about and fantasized about and desired, that you're just ready to just run towards, they are running to you as fast as you are running to them. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to run as hard, towards them as they are running towards you. Your job is to hold the energy of what you desire so that your energy radiates like a beacon of light. I literally envisioned this earlier. I was thinking about, not y'all, I was thinking about myself, but I will share this with y'all too. It's like the desire, when you're feeling good about your desires and your hopes and your wishes, it really does light up your aura. And it's like I envision it like, you ever seen like stadium lights in the distance, like if there's like a ball game near you or whatever, and you can tell, oh, that's where the energy is, that's where the action is happening, right? So basically, when you keep and hold the desires of the feelings, the good feelings of what you are going towards and desiring in your life, it shines a light that attracts those things to you. So yes, there might be some work involved. You might have to go here, go there, whatever, but it's inspired. And what happens is you'll realize that you really didn't do a lot of work towards where you wanted to go. Those things worked to find you. And so there's no need to rush, time unfolds before you. Rushing indicates that there's a fear that you won't get there. There's a fear it won't happen. There's a fear that it'll all fall apart, right? But when you take your time, and now I'm not talking about dragging your feet when you know there's something you should be doing, but when you take your time and there's not this impulse, which Aries season can make you feel impulsive, when it's not necessarily impulse, but it's like inspiration. Move with inspiration, not impulse. Impulse indicates fear that it won't happen. Inspiration is, I know what I need to do. Bam, I'm ready, and you do it, right? So be more into that energy, and then the things that you're desiring, it won't seem like such an obstacle for you to get there, because they will find you quicker, because you're literally lighting up. You're literally lighting up. Your aura is literally lighting up, which is, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening, right? So yes. All right, so that is the reading for everybody's in Aries, including you. Thank you all so much for watching. Click down below for Spring Alchemy Aries edition, limited time. And until we speak again, as always, I'm wishing you so much peace and love.